Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about our Lionsgate energy portal, and I'm going to tell you all about it and how to connect in. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. I work with my angels and guides to assist my clients in many areas of their lives, to bring them special messages from loved ones who have passed, to dialogue with their angels for guidance into their own situation, or to assist them with their own psychic abilities. If you like my content, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. That's right. We have that coming up in a few days. It's one of those, I try to get this out a little bit early so you can kind of learn all about it and kind of connect into that energy. So what happens in our Lionsgate? Let's talk about why it's called the Lionsgate. The Lionsgate, it's called the Lionsgate because it always happens in the Leo season. Leo season, lion. Yeah, I know. It's not very interesting that way, but it's got an amazing energy, I guarantee. But our Lionsgate energy is all about kind of like connecting our lion energy, what's going on Earth right now, kind of to our star Sirius and our sun. So these three are going to make a triangle, and I'm going to explain all of this. So let's talk about it. Our sun represents for us ourselves, our ego, our kind of wanting to have the limelight on us, kind of having that energy on us. What do we want? Else do we want to shoot? We want people to kind of give us that pat on the back, that we did it, that attaboy or attagirl, kind of like we did this really well. And it's always wanting to do it in togetherness. So in connection with the star Sirius. And the star Sirius is kind of like bigger and brighter than our own sun. I think it's like 22 times brighter than our own sun, even though it's way out there. It intensifies all the energy that it brings into itself. So it's one of those, it's intensifying our sun, our earth, and ourselves as well. And so kind of one of the things when it aligns up, it kind of points all of that amazing energy right into Mother Earth. So it's kind of like the sun, Sirius, and us. It's kind of like bringing all of that energy in together. And I will tell you kind of one of the things that's really important to understand is there will be kind of like activation codes or activation energy codes being like streamed into us, and it's up to us to connect into it or not. Some people are like not interested. That's okay. This is kind of for the people that really are interested in this. So this is a great time to kind of really connect into that energy, but you have to do it with mindfulness. You can't just be like, I think I'm going to connect in. No. You got to plug it in. You got to put the pressure. You're going to connect it in. I know a lot of people think, well, I did a little meditation. No, this is not just a little meditation. This is a deep, enhanced meditation to connect into that energy and kind of bring this forward. Because if you don't, it's one of those, it's kind of like if you kind of plug in your lamp and don't plug it in 100%, it may work at times, it may not work. So it may work at times, but it's not going to work 100% of the time. You have to really I'm doing this with intention. I'm connecting into this energy. So these activation codes and this energy that are coming down are all about kind of like fully and kind of like with thought and forethought of like connecting us to our sun, kind of like our ego. What do we want out of life? What do we want to create? What do we want to do in our world? And connecting that to the star Sirius, which is all about the codes and the energy pushing it down, and kind of that energy. Like I said, it's 22 times brighter than our sun. So what it's doing is enhancing everything, intensifying everything that's coming into it. And then from Earth, we're going to be connecting the sun with the star Sirius and ourselves. So it's kind of bringing all of that into us. So this is really all representing kind of like our power and what do we want to step into, and like what are we forcefully wanting to take into it. Now let's add kind of like the Earth component of this. I know it's like we got one more component. Yes, because it always happens the 8th of August. Now that's the height of it. It happens a few days before, then it's the height of it, and then it kind of dwindles off. So kind of the 8th of August is always the height of it. And our 8 energy, if you look at it, it's the infinite symbol. So it's kind of like, what is the infinite power that you want to connect into? The sun, we want to keep that one lit for a while, and the star Sirius and Earth. So we want to keep all of this energy in flow. So this is the perfect time to really understand that we are connected to infinite power, infinite divine connections, like a rebirth. higher realms, higher possibilities, bringing in this amazing energy that have infinite possibilities. So one of the things that we can do during this time frame is really just kind of enjoy our planet Earth. So what is it like just being a human here? I know a lot of people can go, it's this, it's that, it's not good. But what are the good things? To me, it's one of those, and it's right in the middle of summer, so it's kind of like the height of summer. Like, I love fresh fruit. I love fresh vegetables out of the garden, and you're not going to get that at almost any other time except for in the summer. So it's kind of like, yeah, let's do that. Let's have a lot of gratitude for just being a human, being thankful for the lessons that you've learned, being thankful for the people in your life that have come to you and taught you lessons, and kind of just really being in gratitude with that energy can really bring in a lot of amazing potential energy regarding just like, what do we want to create in our world? So it's kind of like, where do we want to go? This one is kind of like you might feel like something's holding you back, and if you do, you want to just kind of like let that go and kind of release it. It's one of those, or kind of sometimes like really think about it, like why am I thinking this way? Why do I feel like I don't deserve this? There are a lot of people that feel like that, and then other people are like, oh, I'll take it, it's mine. But it's really not theirs. It's your potential. Unless you leave it on the table, you have got to really connect into that. And sometimes it can be things of like, I just don't feel worthy or whatever else. It's one of those, because this connection is there, it's telling you that you are worthy. You're worthy of all of this amazing energy. A couple of stones that I like to have during this time frame is, of course, this is just a quartz crystal that I wear all the time, but I will say like a fire quartz or a carnelian is a really great one. Sometimes black tourmaline can be a really good one as well, because you want to stay in the flow. So you want to make sure that you're wearing your crystals almost 24 hours a day from the beginning of August until like the mid-August kind of time frame. I will tell you, this is a great time to really connect into this energy, connect into what's happening, and what do you want to like light up with? What do you want to like other people to really give you that atta girl or atta boy pat on the back for? What is that? And I will tell you, it's up to you, kind of like, what do you want in here? I will tell you that one of the things I love is almost like visualizing the energy from our sun, from the star Sirius, heading down into Earth, almost like it's raining in this little triangle and raining that amazing energy. So anything that's going to keep you in flow. And so sometimes when I do a meditation on this myself, I keep my body in flow. I'm not just sitting still. I'm not just like, let me sit still while I do this meditation. I'm keeping my body in flow and moving around, because that's what kind of Earth is doing. Earth is always doing circles. She's always doing something. Our sun is always like changing and modifying, and is always in flow. And the same thing with the star Sirius. Now it's one of those, it's like, that is the amazing energy. So we want to keep up that flow energy all around us and keeping that our bodies in motion. So kind of just doing that. One of the things is kind of I like doing astral projection meditations, because that's anchoring us into Mother Earth, and it's kind of this great way to feel like super grounded, and then kind of go play out between the sun and the star Sirius. So it's kind of like you're connecting all three of them through you. And what do you want to bring into yourself? What are the new things that you want to like step into? Kind of like, what are those infinite possibilities that you're like, yes, I'm so excited about this. I will tell you that's kind of part of this is part of the staying in flow is make sure that you drink plenty of water. H2O is really good for you at this time frame, and really expressing gratitude wherever you possibly can. Express gratitude, do that. Whenever you can express gratitude for someone or something in your world, that's where you want to be at, and you really want to express your true heartfelt gratitude. Sometimes I will take time during this time frame to write thank you notes to friends or family, just kind of like thinking about you today, and just think about all the things that you've taught me. Sometimes I send them and sometimes I don't. It doesn't mean that you have to send them out, but it's really kind of writing it down and kind of like putting that pen to paper, and kind of like, let me just express how much I love this person. And that's kind of one of the fun ones. So let's do some angel cards, and this one is popping out right here. So let's start with this one, power. The Lionsgate energy is all about power and connecting into that power, to make sure that you are physically connecting in, like you're plugging that plug in. You're not just like, I'm going to put it there. No, make sure that you are connecting in very well with that energy. I will tell you, let's see. This is the one that's really calling my attention. Self-acceptance. This is kind of what we were talking about when we're saying, like, you have to want that connection in with the other planets. You have to want that connection in, and you have to do it kind of like accepting it. If you're kind of like, I don't, want to say I'm in the flow of this or whatever else, it's maybe you're not ready for this one. Maybe this is like a energy that you're just not ready to connect into, because you really do have to accept yourself, because you've got the Lion's Gate. No lion ever goes like, oh my gosh, I'm not worthy. Oh yeah, they're always worthy. They are raised that way, and just believe that they are worthy for what's coming in for us. So this is the next one. This is all about focus. Focusing in is setting our intentions on what we desire in our lives. What is that desire that we have for ourselves? What is it? What is that energy? Where do we want to go with this? And connecting all of them, making sure that you're wearing your crystals, making sure that you're wearing, connecting into that energy. And if anytime you don't feel like you're in flow, you got to get in flow. You got to get into motion. So even if you're doing a meditation where you just sit there and rock, or you're just kind of like calming your energy, make sure that your body is in motion during this time frame as much as possible, and always moving forward and connecting directly into this amazing energy. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.